Hello there, you beautiful people. My name is Willow, and welcome to WorldBox. What is WorldBox, I hear you asking? Well, shut up, I'm gonna tell you. So basically, the game revolves around creating worlds and then putting different fantasy races in them to form nations and fight each other. Or in other words, it's all about playing
God.
Either way, I've gotten super into this game and I've been having fun with it, so today we're going to be starting a tournament! Yes, a tournament! In the base game, we have access to 4 races: the humans, elves, dwarves, and orcs. Recently, a mod came out adding 3 more factions, link in the description, and I figured let's have a bracket-style tournament with the beautiful little creatures by making them
Fight each other to the death.
This is the first part where we'll be setting up the bracket, and in the next video, we will be running the tournament. So let's get on with it. Firstly, we're gonna have to seed the 7 races because 7 is an odd number and we don't give advantages out freely here at Willow Incorporated. Since there are 7 races, it seems fitting to make them fight on 7 Island. The rules are simple. Whoever is left standing at the end gets seeded into the second round of the bracket stage, and we do the seeding based on how early each race gets wiped out. Without a further ado, let's get into the live commentary and leave this script crap behind. Alright, so we're into the game, we're on to 7 Island, and there's a few changes we need to make to this map. It's a beautiful map, and thank you to One Zoned over on the Steam Workshop for creating it. I'm gonna time-lapse it real quick, but I'm gonna give you a quick summary of what we're doing. We're gonna expand the map a little bit. My map-making skills are not that great, but we're gonna make it big enough to fit all 7 races, because right now it's not. And then after that, we're going to also change around the biomes a little bit, make it a little bit more spicy. So time-lapse go! Alrighty, so here we are, we're back. I've made some changes. I made this island bigger. I kind of just guesstimated maybe we can get 2 factions on this island. I don't want this particular fight to take forever, so we're gonna go ahead and start placing our different nations and races. We're gonna start with the humans, and you know what? I feel like the humans are gonna live in Mushroom Land, which Mushroom Land desperately needs, trees? What's going on with Mushroom Land? Okay, whatever. Mushroom Land is just having some struggles, but it's okay, because they're right next to the jungle. I think they'll be fine. Let's go ahead and found a nation, please. What are you fighting? Okay, there you go. We have the humans. Let's go ahead and go quickly up. I think the orcs are going to be in the savannah kind of centrally here. The dwarves are going to be placed in this kind of crystal biome, and the elves are going to be over here. Next up, we're going to place the goblins like right about here. Can you please? We'll come up and check on him in a second. Because over here, we're going to be placing, of course, the hive at the northern side of the island. And on the southern side of the island, the lizards. Okay, did you found something? What are you doing? Silly little goblin. You need a village. I know you can place a village here. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna place goblins until they find a village up here.
12 seconds later.
Oh. Yeah. Hello, and goodbye. You don't get to be here. Where is my magic eraser? It's in here. Alright. Oh, that's too big. Do not want to affect the orcs with this.
A few moments later.
Screw it. Everybody dies now.
We're gonna retry this. You know what? We're just gonna cut to whenever I get this to work. Okay. Come on. Spawn your stupid village. Alright, okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on since the dwarves seemed to die immediately last time. We're just gonna really quickly get everybody up to like 5, 6, 7, and then we'll just go to 7. 7 should be enough that nobody dies. All right, everybody's getting 7 people. If you die with 7 people, you're screwed. Some people got screwed on spawn. and some people did not. Lizards, here you go, and hive, here you go. All right, so there we go. We have it all set up. Just so people don't starve, I am going to come in here really quick. I'm just going to grab fruit bushes, and I'm just going to place fruit bushes everywhere. You cannot starve with the fruit bushes, and there we go. I should have chosen a bigger map. I see that. It's very hindsighty, but that is good enough. Let's go ahead and look at our kingdoms. Let's go ahead and see. Let's get rid of this. This is the goblins. We're gonna call them the globlins. Yes, the globlins. There we go. We have the globlins. The humans are gonna be called boring. The orcs are gonna be called the orcs. The dwarves are gonna be called diggy hole. And the elves are gonna be called snobby. Let's see. Lizards. Obviously. Illuminati. And the hive is gonna be called, Ant Kingdom. Alright. Oh, my phone going off. That seems to happen every video now. So, we have all of our factions set up and ready to go. Let's just see how they get on. We're really going to need to keep track of when people go down, so we're going to go ahead and maybe speed it up a little bit. Let's just go to like ×3 and see how they get on, and maybe we can zoom in, see what's going on. No wars just yet, so everybody is quite happy. Let's go ahead and see. Isn't there a setting? I'm still new to this, so just bear with me, everybody. Let's see. Is there highlight enemy kingdoms if I select a kingdom? Or just highlight over. Either way. So the map, we have like Lemon Island down here. It's going to be populated by the hive and the lizardmen. Over here in the center, we have the southern side. We have the orcs, goblins, and humans all kind of packed in here like sardines. I'm guessing that one of these three is going to be the first to be taken out. The elves have a really good position, but in my recent testing, they have been incredibly weak, so that's why I kind of gave them a nice spot. Was going to place somebody up here near this enchanted area, which now that I see that enchanted area exists, I kind of want to replace it. Yeah, you're becoming mushroom. I don't want unfair advantages with the biomes. So there we go. We have that sorted out. All right. So as far as progression goes, the Globlins down here doing amazingly. Up to 31 population already. 30 now. They lost somebody. I don't see any wars just now starting, but we have goblins doing quite well for themselves, goblins. Boring also okay at 24, 25 for the orcs, elves up to 28, and dwarves up to 22, dwarves a little bit slower. Also, lizardmen populating pretty slow compared to the ant kingdom. Zoom in and see here, ants with their weird little hut things, and then we have these nice tents for the lizard people. Over here to the west of them, we got ourselves a human settlement, 30. They've passed the 30 mark now. I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down because it feels like something might happen. Just to ×2. Globlins sitting here, they have themselves built up a pretty decent little area. It looks like they have the same exact buildings as the humans, or maybe it's only slightly different. They look pretty identical. Over here to the north, the orcs are set up with their little round huts. The dwarves are building their dwarven kingdom. I really like the look of this dwarven structure in particular. Looks very, very nice. Over here to the west, we have the snobby elves. Their buildings looks pretty cool as well, and overall, it's just a pretty evenly distributed map. I've also gone through and added a bunch of ore and metal and ore and rocks. So if people do want to get into the ocean, they can. We've also left this little trap island. This island is here in case you want to die, because these bears are absolutely terrifying. Oh, Chachu, he's evil, he's a flesh eater, and he's gluttonous, and he does a lot of damage and has a lot of health. But we still haven't really had any wars. We're going to go ahead and speed it up. Maybe they just need to develop more. I figured there would be constant warring going on. We have our first few armies appearing. I'd really like to know, and I guess I'll probably get answers in the comments. That's not what I wanted. Kings and leaders. All right, that's not it. Let's go ahead and click here. I know we can see, like, their view your kingdoms. There we go. We have all of our kingdoms here. Oh, awesome. Is there a way to view, let's see, view this kingdom. Is there a way to view, view like the cultures? Okay, there's probably a view your kingdoms, and then here there's a view of cultures, or somewhere there is a view cultures button. And I am unsure where it is, but we can go ahead and use that really quick. I don't think we have any wars going on. Let's go ahead and just check really quick. The orcs might be the first to declare a war of some kind, but everybody's just still trying to build up their population. But I imagine here soon, we're going to have some action kicking off. And yeah, just double checking the world laws really quick. Okay, everything is set up fine. We're just waiting for some action to happen. We're going to go ahead and 5 times the speed. And see exactly what happens whenever one of these nations goes to war with the other nation. See who can come out on top. Yet again, this is a reminder, this is just to seed into the tournament, and the tournament is going to be a bunch of 1v1s between these races to see who is truly the best. This is just to seed. Nobody is out of it based off this, so if your favorite faction goes out first, do not worry. They'll have a little bit of a harder time, but they will still have their chance in the tournament. And we have our first war getting online. It's the Globlins versus the orcs, and oh my word, the Globlins just get destroyed by the orcs. Oh no, the orcs just coming in. The Globlins, they just have that's an orc, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's an orc. The Globlins just have, I mean, this is a child, but they have no good stats, and oh no, the Globlins, you're gonna be the first to be eliminated. That's gonna put you in 7th place for the seeding. I knew they were weak. I tried to spawn them up here with the snobby elves and dwarves up here. I put the dwarves here because I just wanted to get rid of corrupted and figured, ooh, crystal zone. But oh no, the Globlins taken out with a quick execution coming out from the orcs. The orcs now looking very strong this game. The humans and the elves doing well for themselves as well. Ant Kingdom and the Illuminati are also doing all right for themselves. The Illuminati feels like they're expanding very slowly. Got some kind of Mayan temple thing going on. That's interesting. All right. Over here to the north, the dwarves are looking like they're just really happy to kind of sit in their area right now. They've not really expanded much. The elves have expanded a lot. The orcs are trying to expand, but the orcs just helped out the humans. The humans are taking over all of this territory that was formerly belonging to the orcs. I mean, not really the orcs, it belonged to the goblins, but you know what I'm saying. And now they can come down around here and take up this other little area of mushroom land if they can cut off the orcs from taking any more territory over here. And that is our first little bit of combat. Those poor Globlins, rest in peace. As there still hasn't been another war. Let's go ahead and 5 times until we see another little bit of action. See how these factions progress, how these nations rule their people. Globlins have officially been destroyed now. There are no more goblins on the map, and they are gone. The snobby elves and the dwarves up here are looking pretty strong. Everybody on the main island looking strong. Ant Kingdom, the Hive faction down here, looking a bit stronger than the Illuminati. I think that these two spawns probably got the worst end of the trade, but maybe if one of them takes over the other, can consolidate this entire island and maybe make a land invasion of one of these other factions, whichever one they find to be the weakest, they'll be strong. But they're very limited by their overall size of their island. I was going to try and expand this island, but it just was looking too complicated to make happen. So unfortunately, this is what we're a little bit left off with, as the dwarves currently have a very large army over here. They're just running around. I'd like to see where they are culturally, so we're just going to go ahead and check on the cultures of each of these. Let's go ahead and check. We have weapon production and swords set up. I don't know why I said it so funnily. Swords set up. This is boring. Let's go ahead and name this humans. And we have, of course, Windmill. Yeah, they're progressing pretty quickly. Anybody massively ahead of them? Let's go ahead and check. Orcs might be doing a little bit better. No, orcs are actually behind. They have very bad knowledge gain right now, despite their early aggression. So the orcs just have weapon production and some sharp axes. That is not going to bode well for them. What about the dwarves? They usually progress pretty fast. No, they're also progressing pretty slowly, just up to swords. And down here, let's check out the elves, the enlightened elves. They're up to level 7, doing quite well for themselves. There has to be like a view all cultures tab, doesn't there? Why am I not finding it? All right. Well, let's check on the Ant Kingdom. Are they doing any better? Level 8. All right, respectable. Illuminati. I'm sure somebody in the comments will be telling me, but as I said, I'm new to the game. I've been having fun. I just spawn things. I don't generally try and look at the little statistics. I kind of stay zoomed out and just watch the factions fight each other and eventually nuke them. But this time, we're waiting until there's just one left. And right now, the humans are really looking poised to do well with this game. They're up to 70 population, higher than anybody else. Usually the elves are very high on population, but I think they're having some struggles over here in the jungle. I thought that they were passive with almost all of the wildlife in the normal biomes, but apparently maybe there's something stopping them there, or maybe they've just decided they don't like kids. The orcs, or the elves and the dwarves have also kind of they just stopped producing more people at 54. So did the orcs. Humans sitting down here at 76. And I don't know why they have so much more. Ant Kingdom up to 50. Has there been any more wars? Am I going crazy? Oh man. I don't see any more wars going on. They all have armies. They all have the capability to fight each other. It just seems like they've not found good reasoning. The politics behind war not really working. So we're just gonna time-lapse here until something cool happens. Alright, you beautiful people, so we are back, and not really much has happened. I don't want to force them all to go to war, I'm just double checking. Diplomacy is still online. Let's turn off rebellions. I did not realize that was on. Hopefully we don't have anybody who is rebelled. I don't think we have. And really quick, let's talk about some things that happened. I did see a couple people try and go to Candy Island and immediately get slaughtered. I think even like princes and kings have gone there and gotten slaughtered. Who's there right now? I just don't know. We have a few people in the water, but let's just look at the overall state of things. Humans really running away with the game right now. They're the only team to get up to 100 people. Like, they're the only ones who've done it. I don't know if it's lack of space or if something's broken, but things are progressing extremely slowly. Let's just go ahead and look at it, because this is the first time we've seen this this game on the channel. I just want to look at how these factions look. Wow, humans look absolutely stunning with all of their little architecture here. It looks very much so like a medieval human town. We have some like Mayan temple stuff going on. They're still mainly in just these tents. This is one of the DLC factions, so if it doesn't have like fancy animations or large structures, I kind of forgive it. It's not made by the developers of the game. What is this? This must be a windmill, and that looks really cool out from the Hive. The Hive definitely look the best out of the factions so far. The goblins look like they just had the human build set, honestly, so that's a little bit boring, but man, they're getting all these little huts set up. Everything is over here. We have a triple-decker hut over here. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look up here to the orcs. They're progressing pretty well. I really like the look of that dock. The orcs, there's something about orcs. I love the look of orcs. I think they're way too strong in the game right now. They win most of the games I put them in, to be honest. So I'm hoping that they don't win this one, but there's a good chance of it. Also, I don't want to set all the factions to war, so here soon we're probably going to go into something called Sonic Speed and see how it's going. But first, let's just get a little bit more of an in-depth look at everybody. I also love the way the dwarves look. Their houses look very much so like the humans, but this dock and this like town center thing and their boats, it's just very nice to look at. And the elves also have this beautiful kind of architecture. It's elegant, like you'd think an elf would be. And we got some windmills set up for various people. And overall, it seems like the populations are stagnant, so we are literally waiting for one of these factions to decide to war each other. A few people are still trying to go to Candy Island. If somebody gets Candy Island, that is impressive, because it's so hard to take it when it's an island like this, and you have all these bears, and also all of these nations, all of these races are a bit locked in their population size. There's very little place to expand to. I'm surprised this area hasn't been taken. Neither the elves nor the dwarves really want it. I guess the orcs could even make an argument for taking it. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Sonic Speed, and we are going to go ahead and just sit here until a war starts. And yeah, let me know down in the comments, the comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking about the game. Let me know if you want to see anything in particular on this game, and things you think I could be doing better. But while you're down there, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Let's get into the time lapse. Whoa, hold the phone. Had to pause there for a second. Multiple wars broke out all at once. Let's just go ahead and, while we're paused, see who everybody's at war with. The Illuminati is now at war with the Ant Kingdom, and it's going horribly for the Illuminati. The Illuminati also the Ant Kingdom also managed to take Candy Island for themselves. They built something here. They killed all those gummy bears. Boring is at war with the orcs. The orcs are at war with the dwarves and the humans. The elves are peaceful. They're the only ones. All right. So let's go ahead and set the speed down to like maybe 2 times and see what's going on. We have a bit of a battle about to break out over here. Oh, the orcs and the dwarves are just going at it. They're throwing their weapons at each other. Don't see any bows, which is a bit curious, and it looks like the dwarves really cleaned that up. The dwarves doing very well for themselves in that fight, and the orcs fighting on 2 fronts. The orcs, no! They're gonna die! The orcs bit off more than they could chew. They declared war on 2 people, or 2 people declared war on them. I don't know. But right now, the humans are looking poised to take it all. The only other faction that may be able to contest them is gonna be the Ant Kingdom, who are currently annihilating the Illuminati. Conspiracy theorists around the world are currently celebrating the death of the lizard people. And how quickly can someone expand into this area is the question. The orcs are trying to expand up here, but the orcs are gonna be slaughtered. There's a few left running around, but they have no villages left. And this area is now free pickings. I think it's either the dwarves or the humans that are gonna get it. The humans are closer, but no, the elves are swooping in. The elves are making a play. They're gonna try and set up their own kind of area over here. They're gonna try and expand over here. Maybe they can get this choke point, keep themselves reinforced. Otherwise, it's gonna be very hard to hold on to. Let's go ahead and just really quick, let's check on something. What did I want to check on? Let's check on all of our kingdoms. Let's view the kingdom list. Are the orcs out of it? No, there's 2 orcs remaining. Oh, that's really unfortunate. They were sandwiched here. They were in the Arcane Sands, and they just weren't able to really hold on for as long as they needed to. The dwarves, I think, took the biggest hit in that, though, other than the orcs, of course, getting annihilated from the game. But the dwarves, down to 45 population. They're really far behind the curve now of everybody else on the main island. The Ant Kingdom's still doing surprisingly well, but they really need to get rid of this village. They just need to destroy what's left of the lizard people so they can have the entire island to themselves, redevelop it with their own structures, and have themselves a grand time. Is it just this that's stopping it? It's just this. How many? 9 passengers. Are they waiting until these people die? Do we have to wait until the people on the boat die of starvation? That's what's happening here, isn't it? Also, the Ant Kingdom, to their credit, built a settlement over here, and then it got immediately killed. And now the humans are trying the same thing. Maybe if the humans throw way too many people over here. Also, sorry about the sorry if my camera work isn't that great. Still getting used to the controls, but I just really love this game and watching these factions fight. The elves are now at war with the dwarves. Didn't even see the pop-up there in the top left. And now it's just starting to go into chaos mode. We have how many members are in the dwarf army? They have 25 members in the army. The elves have 31, so it's not looking too horrible right now for the dwarves, as long as they don't take a particularly bad fight. But where is their army? I don't see it anywhere. Where did they send it? Do they have anybody left in the army? They do have some people in the army. They're all on this boat. Where? Get off the boat. Defend your homeland. What are you doing? Oh yes, I know. My friends and family are dying, but I really, really like this boat. The sea is calling to me, and it's telling me my people don't need me. It's like the reverse of the "my people need me" meme. It's the "my people don't need me." Run away from your people, or get beamed away from your people. And yeah, it just looks like the elves are gonna win via incompetence from the dwarves, which is very sad to see. The two factions I was maybe rooting for the most, the orcs and the dwarves, I just love the look of both of these factions, is now going down, and it's just not looking good. I swear though, if boring wins, if the humans win, I'm gonna be very sad. I'm now rooting for elves, dwarves, lizards, or the hive. Of course, the biggest loser here is whoever lost first, and that's gonna be the goblins. And honestly, you know what? I'm fine with that. Goblins, they're historically, like, in fantasy, they're the schmucks. They don't do very well. Wow, all of these dwarves are still on this boat. That is, some of them are starving on the boat, surprisingly. And also, the Illuminati has 7 people left. I think they are still all on the boat, except for one. One of them is not on that boat. I don't know where they are, but there is one member of the Illuminati not on the boat. And it is really annoying for Ant Kingdom here. They're not able to finish off this war because there is no naval warfare. It's just get on a boat and you have to wait until they die of hunger, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. It's very confusing as to why that's still going on. Let's go ahead and speed it up because it seems like things are stagnant despite multiple wars going on. The humans just sitting here peacefully, but they need to probably be aggressive if they want to win. The elves are going to populate very, very quickly, and once they take out the dwarves, it's most likely going to form a situation where they have this entire upper corner of the 7. They're going to have so much land and resource to call upon, and they're going to be able to produce so many elves to fight any battles that they may have. The ants finally take out the Illuminati. All of those dudes on the boat finally starved. And now they get to take over this area. They get to rebuild this area with their own little structures and have a grand time of it, I would imagine, as they are going to have a bit of an uphill battle. The only faction that I think they could reasonably fight right now is probably going to end up being the dwarves. The dwarves no longer really under attack. The elves are at war with both the humans and the dwarves again. It's happening for a second time, but unfortunately the dwarves army is still on a boat. I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Well, wait, bitch, I'm on a boat. What is that song? I don't know. Also, channel not we curse here. Sorry. If that offends you or bothers you, oh well. As we creep in towards year 300 and surpass it, the elves have lost their expansion, and now the humans in Ant Kingdom looking the strongest in the game. If Ant Kingdom can manage to get to the mainland somehow, I know they have boats. They were trying to colonize Candy Island. Hell, I think they're still even sending the occasional dude over here to get to meet his horrible demise. As over here, the dwarves, they got off the boat. They got off the boat, everybody! The dwarves are off the boat! They got off the boat at a really weird place, but they're off the boat and they're fighting the elves with the help of the humans! They're friends with the humans, the dwarves and humans fighting the elves! Oh no! And devastation is being wreaked across the lands! As the elves are slowly but surely gonna be dismantled here. Oh no! Disaster! It's a disaster! The elves collapsing like a deck of cards. They looked so strong for just a second there. Usually, in the videos I have seen on this game, it's the elves and the orcs doing very well, but today, that shall not be the case. I'm thinking Ant Kingdom or humans are gonna win this one. The dwarves, though, are making a strong case for themselves. They're still fighting some elves down here. But overall, the dwarves are over here kind of embargoing this area. Is this an elf boat? I swear if this is an elf boat. Do we have to wait for elves to get off their boats again? No, we don't. The elf army is down here. It's under attack by something. It looks like some dwarves are attacking it. But it's just not going well for the dwarves. The dwarves are losing so many people trying to get rid of these elves. These elves doing very well for themselves. Their little bows just wreaking devastation on the dwarven lands. They didn't really do much to the humans. The humans, yet again, they're playing this role of they're using the dwarves as a shield. But now that there's nobody left but the dwarves and humans on the mainland, it's just gonna be dwarves versus humans. If the dwarves can expand out here to the west, out here to the elves' original territory, then the Diggy whole empire may live to win this one. They're not out of it yet, but they need to get to population growth right here and right now, because otherwise this is gonna be a little bit difficult for them. Is this still elves? Are you an elf or a dwarf? You're a dwarf. Almost assuredly. Yeah, these are all dwarves. It's kind of hard for me to tell which ones are which, just like at a glance. I haven't played the game long enough to know that. And yet again, we will get better at this as time goes on, but I'm really enjoying watching this. Although I think there are no wars right now, so we're gonna just go ahead and go into another time lapse and wait for something spicy to happen. I'm guessing, my guess is something between the orcs and the dwarves and the humans is going to break out here within the next 50 years or so. So we're just going to keep an eye on that and enjoy. Oh, there's something breaking out already. It's only been a few seconds. Let's go ahead and pause. Let's set the speed down to 3. And it seems as though the orcs and the humans are at war, and the hive is at war with the humans as well. So currently, the dwarves now using the humans as a meat shield, and in this double-sided war, or I guess maybe even using the hive as a meat shield, because if the humans end up, or nope, the orcs I think are actually being used as a meat shield again. The orcs lost almost all of their army there, and oh no! The dwarves are gonna be killed off, and I keep on calling them orcs, don't I? I'm a horrible YouTuber. As humans are coming up here, I think, nope, that's a dwarven army. Still can't tell the difference, apparently. And this war going very poorly for the dwarves. They have the population, but they don't have enough army. And the hive, sitting on a pretty decent army themselves, they aren't really invading anywhere, but they are at war with the humans. And the humans could be under threat here, but the humans looking very strong right now. They have the biggest army. They have the most population, or I guess the hive has a bit more population than them. And it's just looking very, very scary for the dwarves right now. I think the dwarves are going to have a hard time in this game. They're not by any means out of it. They're still here. They've kind of just been clinging on this entire time, like a Star Trek reference. And they're having themselves a bit of a struggle, but that's okay. They can always bounce back. As long as they stop doing this and putting all of their army on boats, they should be okay. As currently, the armies of the dwarves are kind of just sitting back. They're not going on the aggressive. They're letting Boring take the attritional damage here. I don't know if Boring is going to decide to attack the Ant Kingdom or not. Maybe they will. Ant Kingdom looks like they're pretty fortified on their little island. I think it'd be pretty hard to fight them off. Although all of their army, I think, is on this boat. Yeah, like all. How much army do you have, Ant Kingdom? Ant Kingdom, how much army do you have? You have 55, or you have 62, and 55 of them are on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. And we're just waiting for something to happen. We have 46 army now for the dwarves, 87 for the humans. I don't think the dwarves are particularly stronger than the humans. They have a bit more health, but probably less damage if I had to guess. Where's a human? Hey, you. How much damage? You have 15 and 100, so they have more health. And I don't think they have like regeneration or anything special like that, so I don't know exactly if there's anything that's going on. But the dwarves coming in for an attack on the humans. They're coming to get into the farmlands. Where's the humans' armies? They're on a boat. No! Stop being on boats. The boats are a trap. And the human villages are now starting to take damage. Oh, lots of houses going down and buildings going down to the dwarf army. The dwarves are slaughtering the human civilian populace. Oh no, they lost this entire area. It's been just dismantled in the past couple of seconds. And the dwarves are looking strong right now. The dwarves coming in, they're starting to dismantle one little bit at a time this entire human area, and the humans really just need their army off the boat. Why are their armies on the boat? No, they're going to attack the Ant Kingdom. Of all things you could have done, you go to attack the Ant Kingdom. I guess you have more army than them maybe, but this is just giving up. Most of the humans' population is now in its army, and the dwarves are just slowly destroying the homelands. This is brutal for the humans, but the Ant Kingdom is being destroyed in one fell swoop. Where's the Ant Kingdom's army? It's over here on the mainland. It's fighting the humans. Oh no, it's fighting. They're trading their territories, and the dwarves are coming out on top here. Oh my word. Oh no, the humans, they played so tactically the entire time, and then they make this blunder, and the hive makes the same exact blunder. They're sitting on a boat now, which is apparently a theme. They're just on a boat and having a good time, because you can't be sad when you're on a boat. You can't worry about your friends dying if you're on a boat, obviously. And the humans get on a boat to leave. They leave one of their armies behind, but they're gonna lose that army. And the dwarves are now just in an incredibly dominant position. They're up to 200 population. They have double the population of both other races combined. The dwarves coming back for a huge victory. I was talking a little bit earlier about how I think the dwarves are going to have a lot of struggles this time. But no, they've just played this oh so elegantly. And they may have some struggles invading Ant Kingdom because they're on a different island, but the second that they get all of their people on a boat and drop them off at Ant Kingdom, it's just gonna be a slaughter. There's a bit of a battle going on between the humans and the dwarves right now, but numbers are gonna matter here. Where are the dwarf armies? They just need to come back up here. Why are they just letting their lands be raided? No, you can't do this. Although the civilians may be able to kill off the army at some point. Seems as though the orcs are dropping off some of their army over here, but it's just like one dude. Or no, this is a human, isn't it? Yeah, this is a human. He's a Kingslayer. Okay. All right then. Interesting. Yeah, the dwarves, they're trying to knock out the humans, and the humans have been eliminated. Or at least everything that matters has been. They don't have really any people left. And now down here to the south, the dwarves are going to be able to expand here a whole hell of a lot easier than the hive. So I think we've found our winner. Just for posterity, I'm going to set it to Sonic Speed. And we're gonna go ahead and let this play out, but almost assuredly, the dwarves have clutched in the victory. They're at war with the Ant Kingdom. The Ant Kingdom, I think, is under attack currently. Yeah, there's a bunch of dwarves landing on their land, and the Ant Kingdom has been defeated, and we have our victors. The dwarves are gonna move on to the second round of the bracket stage for free. And everybody else is going to be seeded based on when they went out. Really quick here at the end, I'm going to put the challenge bracket up. I'm using challenge to do the bracket because why wouldn't I? And we're going to be continuing this tournament in the next video. In 1 or 2 more videos, we're going to finish it up. I don't want it to drag on too long. We're going to get into some 1v1s on some relatively small maps, have a fun time, showcase a lot of cool maps on the workshop. If you're enjoying this video, please consider going down below, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, and just joining the channel. We have a Discord. You can also support me on Patreon or through the channel membership. With that out of the way, you all are beautiful. This is Willow, signing off.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for
the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.